Good morning, gorgeous ones. Lou and Marine here. I'm putting on a little bit of Kuan Yin today. Let me just see. I think we're live. I am doing the weekly purpose message today and talking about a couple of other things. But first of all, was it the Lion's Gate? The Lion's Gate Day. The portal is open. And I don't normally know a lot about all this kind of stuff, but I know I can feel it. I know something's happening, we've always got Google. So I just wanted to say a little bit about the Lion's Gate, what it actually means. And I don't know about you, but last week, probably the last couple of weeks, and I'll be totally honest here, have been really, really challenging for me. So lots of stuff coming up, and I think I feel much better today, but I'm feeling the energy of today. You know, the Lion's Gate portal is all about, when it's open, it enhances love, it increases manifestation and cleanses negativity, which is good, and accelerates transformation. And just one last thing before I get off this, it says, let positivity and love in. So I don't know what that relates to me. It's probably a personal journey for me, but it was just, and I am not normally like that, and it was a real struggle. And so what do you do when you are struggling, right? I had a couple of days down. I don't want to speak to anybody. I did the bare minimum and nurtured myself, and then I reached out to a family member, some close girlfriends, and spoke to them, that's all I'm going to say. It was very, very healing. And so this is the thing, it's like, from a mind point of view, I'm like, you shouldn't be like this. You should know better, like all the inner stuff, right? Especially when it comes to being on purpose. And really, when I think about it, it's almost a crisis of meaning. And so a lot of you who have a lot of gift markings, especially the intuitive gift markings, and the Persephone line, which is an intuitive gift marking, you can go down into the underworld, and it's okay. Just don't stay there. Go down, have a look, swim around, clear some stuff up, then come back up. But it is this whole crisis of meaning, especially in these times. It's like, is this really what I want to do? I don't know if this is happening for you. I'm just putting it out there. So welcome to all our beautiful new sisters here in the group. And I always I know for myself, I really love change. I love change, but sometimes change just for the sake of change is not great. Do you know what I mean? So I love change. I love new experiences. I love adventure. And so there has been a lot of that. But why am I saying that? It's because my design is that. And if you hang with a lot of people whose design is not that, that's going to be a struggle. So I guess that's probably one of the biggest things that I felt this last couple of weeks. And we are forever working on ourselves. I am, we cannot be happy 100%. What even is that, right? We cannot be on 100%. We have our down days, and so let those come through, let them wash over you, and then we can move on. So a couple of announcements before I read the cards today is I shared in the group beautiful Joe Worthy's, the wealthy, worthy, wonderful event. I've got it wrong, sorry Joe. We'll have it there. But Jo Worthy is an author. She runs amazing groups, and she's created an event in the Gold Coast next year. And she's just an amazing woman. She's invited only, I think there's about 8 speakers to come. Of course, I'm talking about purpose there. So it's next year, but in the lead up to that, she always makes things fun. That's what I love about Jo. She makes things fun. They're always lush. So go over to her group. Join the group if you're interested in the event. It's in the Gold Coast in Australia, March next year. And she's got lots of freebies. All the speakers have put up a freebie each day, and we're going to have a little talk this week. But go and join, and she's got other groups as well. So I wanted to put that out there, right? The second thing is the end of this month, kind of the end of the month, 27th, I've got a one-day event here, I'm not going to show you around because there's a thing over there, here, where we are doing Awaken Your Pathway to Purpose. So we're looking at your foundational, your life school. We're going deep into that. There'll be mini readings for you. There'll be connection, a couple of practices, and you'll be learning all about your pathway to how to awaken it to your purpose. Mine is School of Service, so mine is the pathway of consciousness, and it's so surprising, you know, like we all have the different pathways in us. We do. So I just want to make that clear. But there's one that we are here to master. So there's 4 of them. You discover your own. And so that is there. I'm going to put the links in this group or go to the link in the bio. And I think that's it. So today, these are the cards that I'm using. I'm actually not going to tell you who they are because they're actually palmistry cards. And there's a lot of different, when I first started on learning about scientific hand analysis and palmistry, scientific hand analysis is, you know, it's the ancient art of palmistry, but with the proven discoveries, like the latest proven discoveries, using the fingerprints. And so a lot of the old palmistry books, you know, have things like relationships. Like there's a line here that's relationships. We don't really do that because how can we prove that, right? Somebody said, oh, you'll have two, or how many children you have. But anything that we can't really prove now, or, you know, fortune telling is not part of the Hand Analysis Academy. So I've got these cards. I brought these cards a while ago, and I enjoy them. But there's some of the cards were actually some old school stuff that I went, okay, I didn't actually really notice. But I pulled them out today to use. So these are the 3 cards that we're going to use, and it's going to be about your life purpose. How does it align to your purpose? Are you going through a career change at the moment? Right. So this is the thing I love about hand analysis. It's non-intuitive, although I'm highly intuitive. But again, you know, you don't have to. Okay, I'm going to say this here. So when we do a psychic reading, we are reading, the person is reading the energy in front of us, okay? They're reading the energy in front of us, and it's not stuck in stone, right? It's not, we have free will. So this is why I love hands, is because the lines here are the picture now. This is present moment. This is present. These can change, okay? And the fingerprints are the soul. Now, some teachers don't talk about the soul and all that. I do believe we're a soul in this body. And so that's the language, okay? But you can use it for your career. You can use it for your relationship, you know, for your mental wellness. Lots of different things. So let's start with the cards, okay? So the first card, if you've chosen the first card, our first card today, she calls it the arch fingerprint. In our language, it's actually the tented arch fingerprint, okay? The tented arch, we'll say tented arch. So these are really cool. I love the little flowers on them. So people with tented arch fingerprints, they have 1 foot, so I talked about the awaken before, they have 1 foot in the school of wisdom. And so even if you're not in the school of wisdom, again, this can affect you. So the school of wisdom people, they have this beautiful mental clarity of making decisions. It's brilliant. It's a very rare fingerprint to have. I think they're brilliant. I just think they are the most brilliant people. And so they have this ability to make decisions and look at a certain situation and for you, for other people, and go, yeah, do that one or do this one. This is what's going to happen. And so if you chose card number 1, to me it feels like you're in a time of making a decision for yourself, right? Should I jump into this relationship? Should I do that course? Should I declutter the house? Whatever. I don't know what the decision is. Hello, Michelle. But the arch fingerprint here, the tented arch fingerprint, means decision time for me. Okay, how I'm reading this now. So decisions, I think that's where I was this whole couple of weeks, right? I had to make some decisions. And my word for this month was commitment, right? Be careful what you choose. Be careful what word you choose. Morning, beautiful. And so as has come up, and commitment to me is, yeah, it's just a decision, right? Am I committed to this or am I committed to that? You can be committed to both. That sun's coming in. Let me just pull that down. Yes, so you can be committed, just make the decision, okay? And be okay with that. Be okay, because I think in our mind, we're like, our mind goes into the future. What if it doesn't work out? What if it does work out? Da, 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 da. It's a big head fuck, really. Like, seriously, excuse my language. So make the decision and back yourself and commit. So that's your card today. Number one is, oh, sure, is Michelle, you number two. Okay, so the next card, number two. The next card here, okay, so this card, you can't really see it, it's quite high, but this line in the middle, it's a palmistry lesson as well. This line in the middle, we call in traditional palmistry, it's the fate line or the career line, right? The one straight up. We normally all have one. Sometimes they're lower, sometimes they start lower or they start higher, and sometimes they go right up the top. But on this card, this is supposed to be the heart line. Now the heart line, your relationship style, the fate line, the career line, is getting stopped by the heart line. Okay? So number two. So this is what it means. This is what it means in the way that I've been taught. So when the career line gets stopped just below, and it's totally fine. It can be, this is probably the only line in hand analysis that you could put an age on, but we don't do that. We don't go certain years. Some palmists, like I've got a student in my class, she's brilliant. She's a traditional palmist and she knows the age, but that's not how I teach or how I study. But this is probably the only one line that could probably do that. But when it gets stopped by the heart line, it can mean, what do you think about the heart line? Yeah, the heart line is about relationships. It can be about, your career. So it can be you're stopping your career or sacrificing your career for love. That's kind of probably what it means. Well, probably that's what it means. It's like we stop, the heart, and how you can make a sacrifice. Some people can, the husband might have a job over in, New Zealand, and the wife, this is her heart line, and she's like, oh, I've got a really great career here in Australia, I really want to do it, but she loves her husband, right? So she's going to go to New Zealand to be with him. So that can be how that shows up, but it can also be, to me, when the heart line, it's what do you love? And then I've got to actually look at your heart line too. I hope that makes sense. Yes, we do, Michelle. So what are you giving up for love? And be okay, right? Like I said, the commitment, you can totally do that. It's not a bad thing. It's just like the heart's all kind of making the decision where it comes to your career. So and it could be even like if you're starting a new career, make sure it's something that you love, that you love, or something that you're studying. I'm currently looking at something to study. Yeah, really interesting. So, okay. Yes, the heart gets in the way of the career. It does, Michelle. And sometimes it's a phase, right? That wherever we are, we have to look after people, we have to move kids, we can't move. Definitely over the last couple of years, much to their disdain, and don't worry, I told them, I want to get out of here. I want to leave Victoria. But I can't because we've got kids. Getting older now, so I'm just about to go. I'm thinking about it again. So that's exactly what that line means. So we're going to go to the third card now. Oh, it's all about the career today. It's all about the career today. So that was the fate line that was stopped by the heart. This is the fate line that is stopped by the head. Okay, stopped by the head. So if you got the third card, so it's very similar. Oh, you chose number 3, Michelle. Okay. So, and you've studied palmistry, so I'd love to, you studied palmistry, so you know exactly what this is. So to me, it is the headline. The headline is the way we think, okay? Is there something that you're wanting to create, that you are wanting to do in your career. That is the career line, it is the career line. And if it's straight, sometimes the career line will start to bend over to other fingers, right? But we'll just stick with this one. So you're overthinking, are you? Or are you analysing too much? Okay, that's, yeah, I'll call Michelle. You know, and I'm just going to, I'm having a look at mine now. Mine, I do have one. I have one is stopped by the headline and one's made it through. So my right hand has made it through the headline, which is good. But yeah, overthinking. And in this time of, the times that we're doing, and maybe it's just a reflection of myself. I don't need to project that onto people, but it's like this total mental stuff that is going around, and how we clear that when, especially when it comes back to our first card, making the decision, being committed. Yeah, does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. If you're watching this later, hashtag replay, but we'll just do a quick wrap up. So we have the make the decision, okay? Make the decision and trust yourself, back yourself. What are you sacrificing for love in your career, right? Or be okay with it. And what are you overthinking in ways of your career? That's it, my darlings, until next week. So remember, lots of things coming up. I will be sending out emails. So hand analysis, if you're interested in doing the level 1 hand analysis, we've got the reawaken your purpose at the end of the month. And I'm also putting out a live training for fingerprints only. How I'm doing this, and so this is kind of like I've been sitting here with this for so long of the mental stuff, right? So you can learn hand analysis online. I've got 2 amazing courses that you can do because of the pivot, right? We had to put everything on the pivot. And our Awaken Your Purpose event last month, it was amazing. People want to be with people, right? So people want to hug people, they want to talk, they want to eat with people, all that. So level 1 is fingerprints, learning fingerprints, and to do any mastery in hand analysis, you need level 1, okay? What I've done for the courses is put everything into one, but what I've noticed, so level 1 hand analysis training here with me, it's going to start, what are we in, September, October, November, either September or October. Now, what I'm going to do with that is, instead of doing it for 3 days in a row, because, you know, people have got to work, they don't always can manage the 3 days, it's going to be 1 full day every single month for 3 months. So, yeah, it'll be a Saturday, could be a Sunday, but I'll see who's going to join us. Okay, so it's going to be 1 day, 1 full day, then you go away for the month, come back the next month, we do another, a lot of the training, go away, come back. So it's 3 days of training, right? And deep dive training. So it's only going to be a small class. I'm keeping numbers to about 6 to 8, depending, because I don't have as much room. I can fit 10 for a 1 day, but yeah, for a 3 day, we'll see. So that's it. If you are interested in learning hand analysis, level 1 fingerprints, which is all about purpose, lesson, pathway, and putting it into your business, right? Normally, people who are going to be attracted to this have some modalities already tucked in their belt, and this one's going to really elevate all the rest as well. So if you want to come and do that, just message on this and we can have a chat, okay? And it's not going to be overly expensive either, okay? So I'll just do that. So that's it. Thanks, Michelle. I love that you're here with me, and yeah, I can't wait to see you next month too. So that's it for today. Lots of love to you, and we will see you soon. Okay,